Hey, this is Vanner, and you're listening to Finding Frequency, the podcast where I'm trying to frequently find the extraordinary in each and every day. And today I have to really sit and think about the extraordinary. And maybe you will catch me out, and for the first time, I'm unable to think about anything super extraordinary. But that's a lie, because even the smallest thing can make a big change or a big difference in your life and in your day. And it's important to sit back, reflect, and think about it. And I really have to do it right now because I am a little bit worried. A little bit worried because I am struggling with some business stuff. Business stuff that is impacting some illegal aspects of my business, and also tax and all these kind of things. Because, you know, when you're a small entrepreneur, and you have to deal with big corporations, things run at different paces. So I am really kind of trying to work my way through and get things done and wrapped up, but it's not going my way at all, which is entirely and fundamentally very worrying, and not something that I want to be spending my time with. It's actually kind of also a bit of an underlying thing that I've been thinking about. I think it's something that I haven't really expressed or verbalized since Jeff's passing, but I think it fundamentally rocked a lot of the things that I thought I was going to be doing, and then kind of made me rethink a lot of stuff and also reevaluate things. Not that Jeff's, just to kind of reintroduce, Jeff is a good friend of mine who passed due to COVID complications, I think in early August. And it just brings back mortality and makes you think about things a little bit. And it's not like I'm sitting here and being all negative. I feel now that I'm in a space where I kind of look at the situation and I start to realize, or this is the way that I feel, that it's less about Jeff, but the way that I feel about his passing and the fact that I miss him, but then also how his passing has affected a whole bunch of very dear friends. And that's kind of like the underlying tone of the last couple of weeks. That being said, it also makes you reevaluate a lot of things. I feel like, and maybe sometimes I don't express it in that way, that I really do appreciate Marta much more. She's such a dear, precious person, and I don't think I always show that to her. But the funny thing is also, and I'm not making excuses, it's sometimes really hard to show that to Marta. If you know Marta, you'll understand. But then also our dear boy that we have and share, you know, the other day I spoke about how he's truly Marta and I, and I'm really so grateful for the fact that we have him. You know, earlier in my life, I'm not a big kids person. Let's be honest. Like, I'm not running around, and I don't think I'm the best dad in the world at all. There's so many things that I can do better. But, you know, I wouldn't swap Francie for anything. Kids are definitely not possessions or things to have or a paradigm to follow or something that you have to do because of certain beliefs in your society. I'm just happy for the fact that Francie is around. But I'm not sure if I'm actually making any sense. But my experiences this last couple of weeks, and also my experience at the moment with my business, it's not in trouble, don't worry, I'm not going to get arrested, there's no fraud, there's no bankruptcy looming, but there is tension and things that I'm focusing on. And, you know, it makes me think about, you know, is it worth it? Is it really what I want to be doing? And it's not really a crisis, because, boy, I had a few of those. It's just about, you know, finding the right place where I can apply my focus and also think about what is the next couple of years going to look like. Because I think probably in a way also the mortality of myself, my family, and everybody else has also been highlighted or kind of, you know, bared itself to me. And I'm much more aware of it. And it's not necessarily a negative thing. It's just about realizing that things are much more precious than I probably would acknowledge or would have acknowledged a couple of months ago. And it's not that I want to run around and go and apologize and go do all kinds of crazy things and hug the planet. It's just things that, make me think about how can I optimize things a little bit more. And I think I spoke about it yesterday, about this whole kind of getting back in a habit. But, it is important to get back in the right habits, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of what's floating around in my mind. And the only way that I think, and it's something that I spoke about way at the beginning of this podcast, it's not that I'm backtracking on anything I said, but it's just about sitting again and kind of knocking on doors and trying to open certain doors. And yeah, I think the important thing is to take steps, make momentum. And I've already started doing some of those. It's not something that I want to talk about yet, but I have taken steps. And by all means, life doesn't suck from a business perspective either. Yesterday, I had a good conversation with a potential future client. I just haven't been able to really drive myself to start creating more content or really network to the level that I'm used to. So we'll have to see what's going to happen. It might also just be change of season. Yeah, change of season. Is there even such a thing? But all good. So what is the extraordinary of today? What is it?
Voice will echo me no frown. Ruled by the laws above.
So what is the extraordinary of today? Well, I managed to do a little bit of work today. I'm working on my next YouTube video that I'm really excited to do, by the way. I'm really excited to film this and talk about it. It's like a little interesting product, but it's not so much the interestingness of the product, but just sitting there, trying to figure this thing out like a puzzle and just feeling how some of the creativity starts flowing, where you think about, hey, let's try this, let's do that. And then fundamentally having the control to actually execute against that. So that for me is the extraordinary, that we as human beings have the opportunity and also the capability and ability to do that. Is it perfect? Maybe not. The only thing is the drive to actually try and do something. And it's an extraordinary moment when you sit there and you start crafting something that starts to take shape. And don't try and force it to be perfect. Just recognize that it's taking shape. Yeah, I think I'll settle for that. Thanks for listening.